Alright, so I don't have a video for you this time, but we need to talk about something that didn't come to mind until I was on my way to going to where I usually go to record this, and that is gratitude. And we're going to talk about being grateful in this episode, so let's get into it. Alright, and we're back. So, a lot of the things that we want in life, we don't have, usually. I mean, if you have it, you obviously don't want it, unless you want more of it. Which isn't bad, but it can be bad. Everything's good in moderation. But the things that have yet to come can sometimes be put off by where you're at right now and how grateful for the things that you already have are. Because if you're not grateful for the things that you have already or that have even yet to come, there's no room for those things to come into your life, whatever you're wanting. Um, this all plays into the whole idea of the subconscious because think about it as the little man almost that's always around you. See, if you know someone that like every time you do something nice for them and they're not grateful or they don't take it or you buy them a gift or something, you're going to stop giving them gifts. You're going to stop bringing things to them unless, you see that they're grateful because that'll make you feel good. When you give to somebody and they're grateful for it, you'll feel really good. And this always happens. But the subconscious mind is this way and it will keep, you from prospering or getting anywhere. And you see a lot of people that are in the ruts, a lot of people that are just not going anywhere and they're the most ungrateful people. And some of these people you look at and they're above where you're at, and you're like, why are you ungrateful for the things that you have already? I wish I could have those. And all they're focused on is what they don't have. But they might have those nice things and all, but they're not going to get anything new or anything that they're wanting. You need to leave that room for that. And being grateful is the easiest way to bring things into your life. If you can start getting into that mindset of gratitude or gratuity, then it's going to make the road ahead of this channel way easier for you to understand. Next time you're at work, and even though you're like, I'm only making 10 an hour, I'm only making 7.25 an hour. I mean, some people complain about 13 an hour, and those of you who are making $8 an hour right now are like, Jesus Christ, how can you complain about that? Well, you'll complain about it when you get there. People who aren't grateful for the things that they have, even when they do get the upgrade, they won't see it or feel it. Now, the next time you're at your job that you just don't enjoy being at, and you constantly feel in that negative mode, that negative position every time you're there, and it sucks. It makes the night worse. It makes the night go on way longer than it should. But if you go there and you start being grateful for the money that you're making every hour, you go in there feeling that, you'll automatically start to be getting a positive mindset, which we're going to go over within the next few videos because the whole positive negative mindset is very important when you want to get into the specific things that you want to manifest into your reality. The reason I'm kind of taking this course a little slow, this class a little slow, is because if you have the mindset down, it's going to make everything so much easier in the future. And once you start being grateful for those little things, even the things outside of work, the people around you that you have, the time that you spend, if you're someone who feels like, oh, I don't get to go out and do anything, focus on the little things for now. Focus on the things you got. You can always look down and see that there's people in way worse situations than you, and you wonder why they're happy. And you'll also see a lot of rich and wealthy people who aren't happy. And you're going to want this type of mindset that I'm talking about And you don't have to follow exactly my mindset, but you need to figure out the best one. And these videos are a little bit of guideline for you. But once you start coming into the wealth, you're going to want it to keep coming rather than just little spurts. And you see, some of you will be grateful for some things for a little bit, and then, something will come along in life because life always comes around. Life will hit you. And it's the game of it. I mean, it's not going to be complete cheat code all the way through. And some will come by, and then it'll put you right back in that base negative emotion. It's like that respawn point. Now, your respawn point does not need to be a negative mindset, and that's a big problem for a lot of people. It used to be a very big problem for me. And gratitude can definitely help boost everything else because you can have a positive mindset, but once you go into that job or once you go back home and you're around those certain people or you're having certain circumstances that you aren't grateful for, you can quickly go from that positive mindset all the way to that negative mindset. And then that's only going to start manifesting the things that you don't want. And you might be all like, well, is that it? Is it that easy? Let me just start being grateful for the things that I have. Well, it is kind of that easy. I mean, there's a lot to go over, and there's a lot of groundwork I'm going to go over the next few years with you. But the next important step is to be grateful for the things that have yet to come into your life. The things that you want to come, don't look at them as things like, oh, I wish I had this. I want that, and maybe someday this. Feel the gratitude of you already having that thing that you want. If you're selling products and you really need to make 4 sales next week, to pay the bills, then fill yourself with that feeling. There's that feeling again that I talked about in the first video, and you're going to hear a lot about that. You're going to hear it a lot, and you will hear more about it. But fill yourself with that feeling of you already having those 4 sales. Now, this part plays into the law of attraction, but this is why gratitude can help so much. And if you can get gratitude down, if you get all these things down, packed, ready to go, the road's going to be so much easier because I had to overcome these way later, and it just causes a bunch of problems, and you need to get everything down. You need that mindset because whenever you learn something new or you ever notice any change happen into your life, you ever notice that your mindset has changed since then? You ever notice how you kind of go through seasons? It's like, wow, I wasn't like I was 6 months ago, or, I didn't even dress like this anymore, or, I used to think like this and now I think like this. And if you can start tracking your thinking patterns and seeing where it's getting you, you can definitely nip it in the bud. You can see what's going on in your life right now and then start thinking about the way you've been thinking the past few months. I don't know if I mentioned it in the first video, I'm pretty sure I did, but I talked about reality being a mirror to the self. And it's going to do that. So you need to push that gratitude out, not just for the things that you don't have, but for the things that have yet to come, that you want to come and pass. And you do that, and everything will just start flowing in with it. And you'll just get a one after the other. And just start applying all these things to it. This video is getting up to the 10-minute mark. I'm trying to keep them around this time so they're quick, easy. You can watch them at the beginning of your day, whatever you do. If you subscribe, make sure I know, I'm getting someone out there. I will for all my viewers to prosper and have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.